What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to talk about ducking like Mike Tyson and some variations on ducking. But before we get into that, make sure to check out my channel live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern for a boxing home workout. 11 a.m. Eastern, that is 8 a.m. in Los Angeles, 4 p.m. in the UK, 5 p.m. for the rest of Europe, 9:30 p.m. in India. And on Australia, I think it's like 3 a.m. So I think you guys are asleep. You'll have to catch it later. This Sunday as well at 11 a.m. I'm doing a live Q&A. So be there if you have any questions for me. So come on in and we'll get through some questions and I'll answer them for you as best as I can. All right, so a lot of us know the standard way to duck. You roll with the shot typically. If a left hook is coming, I'm gonna go under, or if an overhand right is coming or a straight right that I wanna go under, I go like this, and you often get that from the slip line, that your head makes a tight, very tight U shape. As well, when you throw a punch, I throw the right hand, I'm gonna roll with it because my body rotates. Not to be confused with this, you don't want this, although you can do that to really give some sway to your head and get away from shots. It's not the most efficient for countering, but it does enable you to get away. So again, like when you get into beginner boxing, there are certain things that you should do, but as you get more advanced, you can really start to play with things and be a little more unorthodox, bend the rules a little bit. One type of ducking that Tyson used to do a lot, that you don't really see taught that much, and you don't see a lot of fighters who are working the Peekabo style doing it, and that's the straight up and down bob, like this. This sort of straight up and down. If you watch any of the old Tyson training, you're gonna see him working this straight up and down. The downside to the bob, let's talk about the downside before we talk about the upside. The downside to going straight up and down is that whatever hand I want to throw with, I'm not as loaded with momentum as if I rolled off that shot. So if I roll and I want to come up with the right hand, this little turn has loaded me to throw. Or if I want to roll, let's say I throw a left hook and I miss, I want to come under. Here, now this shoulder's back, I'm going to have a really nice time coming through. That is the downside to the straight up and down bob, is as I go down, and when I come up, I gotta generate power right from the start. But the upside, if you can pull it off, because actually most boxers are used to rolling. Most boxers get used to that. If you can work this, the first thing is that it's a straight line. It's going to be a very efficient way to duck. As soon as the shot comes, any shot, you just go straight up and down. But the second thing is that for the amount of power that you need to generate, both hands are ready and loaded to fire. So if I go here and drop, I can immediately come up with a right hand without anything. Or if I drop, I can immediately come up with a lead hook. So even though either hand isn't at 100%, both hands are operating at 75. So, and that's gonna be enough still because you don't have to land that first shot with all out power. I could drop here, and then as I come up, the right hand, boom, and then I follow up. So as you come up off of that straight line duck, both hands are ready to fire off of either shot. I can go here down, right, left, or I can go down, or you can go down and come up with the jab and follow through. The other thing is that not every shot that you throw do you have to follow through fully. That's another beginner mindset, is thinking that everything that you throw has to be hips, rotation, full. No, you're gonna save that for the last shot or for the opportunity. So if I throw a shot here, if I go 2-3-2, I can drop straight. That initial combo sets up the follow-up shots. So what I'm saying here is that you can throw crisp short punches without too much rotation here and then drop straight down into your duck, especially if you're moving forward. So for example, if I really throw a right hand here, I might roll with that. But if I throw a nice short, I can drop and then come through again with more shots. Same with the lead hook. Instead of always coming through here, instead of always falling through, you can throw a short one and drop. Now typically you see a lot of boxers today, they're gonna dip off of this angle here. You see Mayweather do that a lot. Any boxer who's working this, but you rarely see it when you work in the Peekabo style. You rarely see it coming forward. So I can go here and then throw again. Same thing, I could go 1, 2, 3, duck 3, which is another common counter attack, but you do it off the straightened down bob. So typically you'd see here, 1, 2, 3, roll, boom, and that takes time. I can shorten it up. So being able to go straight up and down like that is another variation on ducking that's going to shorten the time between your duck and your counter. It's going to give you fire in both hands. It does not give you as much fire as if you roll off the shot. So that's another variation on ducking, especially if you work in the Peekabo style, especially if you're coming forward, that you're going to want to work on the straight up and down and get used to firing either hand off of that duck. Most of us know the typical way to roll with the shot. Another video I had a while back, a variation on ducking, is another classic Tyson style where you throw and you go back the opposite way. So instead of here rolling, you throw, okay, and you go back and forth the opposite way. So this is another variation I want you to get used to. It's one that you don't see a lot, but it's one that Tyson did a lot. It's one that you see him do a lot in training and in his fights. It's very effective for being able to duck quick and counter quick to make contact so that you can follow up with better shots. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that video helps. Make sure to check out my live stream this Saturday at 11 a.m. That's going every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. in Los Angeles, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. in Europe, 9:30 in India. Also this Sunday, 11 a.m., check out the Q&A live stream. Thanks for watching, you guys. Peace.